Hello, children. It is I, Peepaw. I'm not feeling well, and we didn't really have a video that we could use for this weekend, so we're doing this quick and easy one. I'm going to be reading Romeo and Juliet, but with a fun little twist to it. All right, here we go. Romeo and Juliet, Scene 1. Gregory, on my word, will not carry coals. No, for then we should be collators. I mean, and we be a choler, will draw. Ah, while you live, draw your neck out of collar. I strike quickly, being moved. But thou art not quickly moved to strike. A dog of the house of Montague moves me. To move is to stir, and to be violent is to stand. Therefore, thou art moved, thou runst away. A dog of that house shall move me to stand, and I will take the wall of any man or maid of Montague's. That shows thee a weak slave, for the weakest goes to the wall. 'Tis true, and therefore women, being weaker vessels, are ever thrust to the wall. Therefore I will push Montague's men from the wall, and thrust his maids to the wall. The quarrel is between our masters, and us their men. 'Tis all one, I will show myself a tyrant. When I have fought with the men, I will be civil with the maids, I will cut off their heads. The heads of the maids? Ah, the heads of the maids. For their maiden heads, take it in what sense thou wilt. They must take it in sense that feel it. Me they shall feel why I am able to stand. And 'tis known I am a pretty piece of flesh. 'Tis well thou art not fish. If thou hadst been poor John. Draw thy fool, here comes the house of the Montagues. My naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I will back thee. How? Turn thy back and run. Fear me not. No, marry, I fear thee. Let us take the law of our sides, let them begin. I will frown as I pass by, and let them take it as they list. Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them, which is to disgrace them, if they bear it. Do you bite your thumb at us, sir? I do bite my thumb, sir. Do you bite your thumb at us, sir? Is the law of our side if I say A? No. No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir. Do you quarrel, sir? Quarrel, sir? No, sir. But if you do, sir, for I am for you, I serve a good man as you. No better. Well, sir. Enter Benvolio. Say better, here comes one of my master's kinsmen. Yes, better, sir. You lie. Draw, if you be men, Gregory, remember thou washing blows. Heart fools, put up your swords, you know not what you do. What art thou drawn among these heartless hinds. Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy death. I do not but keep the peace. Put up thy sword, or manage it, to part these men with me. What drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word, as I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward. Clubs, bills, and partisans, strike, beat them down with the Capulets, down with the Montagues. What noise is this? Give me my longsword, ho. A crutch, a crutch. Why call you for a sword? My sword, I say, old Montague is come, and flourishes his blade in spite of me. Thou villain Capulet, hold'st me not, let me go. Thou shalt not stir 1 foot to seek a foe. Rebellious subjects, enemies to the peace, profaners of this neighbor-stained steel, will they not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts, that quench the fire of your pernicious rage, with purple fountains issuing from your veins. On pain of torture, from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word, by thee, old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets, and made Veronia's ancient citizens cast by their grave beseeming ornaments, to wield old partisan in hands as old, clankered with peace, to part your clankered hate, if ever you disturbed our streets again. Your lives shall pay for the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon, to know our farther pleasure in this case. To old Freetown, our common judgment place, once more, on pain of death, all men depart. Who set this ancient quarrel new abroach? Speak, nephew. You were by when I began. Here were the servants of your adversary, and yours close fighting ere did I approach. I drew to part them. In the instant came the fiery Tybalt, with his sword prepared, which, as he breathed defiance to my ears, he swung about his head and cut the winds. Who, nothing hurt withal, hissed him in scorn, while we were interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more, and fought on part and part, till the prince came, who parted either part. Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray. Madam, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east, to the troubled mind drove me to the walk abroad, where underneath the grove of the sycamore, that westward rooteth from this city side, so early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ward of me, and stole into the covert of the woods. I measuring his affections by my own, which then most sought where most might not be found, being one too many by my weary self, pursued my humor, not perishing his, and gladly shunned who gladly fled from me. Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning's dew, adding to the clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But all so soon as the all-cheering sun should in the farthest east begin to draw the shady curtains from Aurora's bed, away from light steals home my heavy son. The private in his chamber pens himself, shuts up his windows, locks fair daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and portentous must this humor prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove. My noble uncle, do you know the cause? I neither know it nor can learn it of him. Have you importuned him by any means? Both myself and many others of he own affections, counselor, is to himself, I will not say how true, but to himself so secret and so close, so far from sounding and discovery, as it is bud bit and with an envious worm, ere he can spread his sweet leaves to the air, or delicate his beauty to the same. Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would as willingly cure as known. See where he comes, so please you. Step aside, I know his grievance, or be much denied. I will thou wert so happy by thy stay, to hear true shrift. Come, madam, let's away. Good morrow, cousin. Is the day so young? But new struck 9. Ay, me, sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went hence so fast? It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours? Not having that which, having, makes them short. In love, out. Of love, out of her favor, where I am in love. Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, should be so tyrannous and rough in proof. Alas, thy love, whose view is muffled still, should without eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine, O me? What fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, O brawling love, O loving hate? O anything of nothing first? O heavy lightness, serious vanity, mishappened chaos of well-seeming forms, feather of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health, still waking sleep, that is not what it is. This is love I feel I, that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh? No, coz I rather weep. Good heart, at what? At thy good heart's oppression. Why such is love transgression? Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate, to have it pressed with more than thy. This love that thou hast shown doth add more grief to much of my own. Love is smoke made with the fumes of sights, being purged a fire sparkling in lovers' eyes. Being vexed, a sea nourished with loving tears. What is it else? A madness most decreed, a choking gall, and a preserving sweet. Farewell, my coz. Soft, I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong. Tut. I have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He's some otherwhere. Tell me in sadness, who is it that you love? What shall I groan and tell thee? Groan? Why no, but sadly tell me who. A sick man in sadness makes his will, a word ill urged to one that is so ill. In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman. I aim so near when I supposed you loved. A right good markman, and she's fair I love. A right fair mark, fair coz, is soonest hit. Well, in that hit you miss. She'll not be hit. With Cupid's arrow, she hath Dane's wilt, and, in strong proof of chastity, well armed. From love's weak childish bow, she lives uncharmed. She will not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bid thee encounter of assailing eyes, nor ope her lap to saint seducing gold. Or she is rich in beauty, only poor, that when she dies, with beauty dies her store. When she hath sworn that she will still live chaste, she hath in that sparring makes huge waste. For beauty, starved with her severity, cuts beauty off from all prosperity. She is too fair, too wise, wisely too fair, to merit bliss by making me despair. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow I do live dead, that live to tell it now. Be ruled by me, forget to think of her. Oh, teach me how I should forget to think. By living liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties. 'Tis the way to call hers exquisite, in questions more, these happy masks that kiss fair ladies' brows. Being black puts us in mind, they hide the fair. He that is struck and blind cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost. Show me a mistress that is passing fair. What doth her beauty serve but as a note, where I may read, who passed the passing fair, farewell, thou canst teach me to forget. I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt. Now that was Romeo and Juliet Scene 1. If you enjoyed this probably extremely boring episode, but as I've been heard before, maybe soothing due to my voice, make sure you just let us know. Okay, bye.